Greetings and welcome to what we have is possibly the most anticipated video of 2023. I nearly said 2024, but we're not in 2024 yet. And this is my little review video of a drone I bought a few months ago from Temu. Now, if you've not been under a rock for the past year, you'll have seen adverts for Temu. They do cheap things, ridiculously cheap, and I think it's shipped directly from China. So you're buying it from the country that most of this stuff's produced, rather than paying multiple stages of sellers to add their little bit on there. Sorry about that light. So yeah, let's have a look at this drone and see what you get in there. I'm also trying out a new microphone, so this is either going to sound good or awful. Right, so let's have a look at what you get in this box first of all. God, this is awkward. So I'll take what's out and then we'll read what's on the box. So according to this, it's got HD lens. I'm not sure how that works. It's got dual cameras. It's got real-time map, long endurance, convenient folding, and app control. You can see they've tried to make it look like one of the DJI minis. It's an E99 Pro drone, and there's it on the back in different colours. And again, it just tells you again what it's got on there. Apparently, that's just a cardboard box, and inside that cardboard box, we find ourselves with this little package. So if we unzip this, we find that inside we have the drone itself. So how does this unfold? I think it's top ones first, then bottom ones. So you see, fairly standard drone shape. Again, looks a lot like a DJI Mini, but obviously only if you don't really know what a DJI Mini looks like. The weight of it is ridiculously light. I'll wait in a sec and can tell you exactly. There's no battery in it at the moment, but it's not that much heavier with a battery in. Obviously there's your antennae, and it's Drone Pro. So it says Drone Pro on it, so that means it must be, if we can focus in, it means it must be a Drone Pro. It must be a professional drone, this one. This is what you see when you watch your action movies, like Die Hard or Mission Impossible. This is the kind of drones they're using to get those shots. Obviously, that's why it says Pro drone on it. We'll put that to one side for now. You sit over there, knobhead. And then we've got this fantastic controller, these are obviously very integral parts of it here. There's a slidey bit somewhere. Oh, is it at the top? Can't remember. Oh my god, where's the slidey bit? There's a slidey bit you have to stick your phone in. Oh, here we go. This bit here, this amazing piece of technology. That's where you put your phone in, so you can actually see what you're doing. But you've got your main controls on here. Lift off, take it, land. These are your trim for left and right. They trim for forwards and backwards. And then you've got a speed button. I think that's video or photo, gyro or compass calibration. I can't remember what that one is. But you've got some buttons at top. So again, they're they're trying to make it look like a DJI thing on there. And then obviously, as with most of these things, you get blade covers, and then you also get some spare blades in it, and a little charging wire, which is tiny. You get a little pamphlet that tells you to download an app, and a little picture showing you what the screenshot of the app, but with Chinese symbols. I don't think it's in English on the other side. Oh, it is. There you go. So apparently that's what the app looks like, and obviously with that app you'll be able to get full cinematic shots, because there's all sorts of stuff which I doubt works. And then this is your little user guide that just basically tells you what each button does and stuff. So without further ado, let's have a closer look at those. So here we have the controller. As you can see, I'm trying to be clever and using two cameras. It's not. I don't know if it's going to work, but it's a bit weird talking to the back of a camera like this. So as you say, you've got your two thumbsticks, your trim. So if it's drifting slightly left, you'd put some right hand trim on it, and if it was drifting slightly right, put some left. This is for your forwards and backwards. So again, if it were drifting forwards, you put a bit of back. If it's drifting backwards, you put a bit of forwards. Yeah, these are the buttons at the top. So you've got 3 speeds. Again, I think that's the same as the DJI things. You've got, that might be return to home. In fact, let's have a look. Headless mode. No idea what that means. And on this side, you've got gyro calibration, which we've said before, and then this one is rolling, apparently, so it'll do a 360-degree tumble, maybe. I don't know. Who does know? Certainly not me. And I'll just put that to one side while we bring in the instructions here. So as you can see, we've got a few instructions that tells you what to do. It takes 3 AA batteries in this controller bit. Don't really tell you much, to be honest. And again, it's a lot of it is in Chinese and English. So there's a few bits and pieces. So it's not a very big manual. There is one to download as well. But let's see if I've still got the app on my phone. Here we go. So this is the app. So I'll not connect to anything at the moment because there's nothing on the drone. I've not got the battery in. So here you go. This is kind of the screen of the app. Now let me move this up a bit. Might be better. So this is your screen of the app. I don't know whether it tells you on this other one what these are. So you've got, going from the top left, you've got return. So I assume that is to bring the drone back home again. You've got take a still, and then you've got videotape. I'll read them exactly as they are on there. So return, photograph, videotape, media library, split screen for VR, and as you can tell, there's only one camera on the front of that. There's not 2 lenses in that. Image flipping, correct, speed, control panel, oh yeah, switch camera, I'm pretty sure there's only one camera on it. Gesture control. Yep. More features. This button here is more features. So if you press on there, you've got music mode and zoom. Music mode. Okay. And then there is some control buttons on this bit as well when it's actually functioning as a, well, when it's connected to the drone, basically. Apparently, according to this picture. So on this picture, we've got roll, some other mode, gravity induction, throttle and rotation. So that's replacing the stick on the controller. So I'm not convinced that these are actual things. Spin fine tuning, which is your trim, fine tuning forwards and backwards. Emergency, which I assume just drops it to the floor. Trajectory flight, fixed height, takeoff, landing. So yeah, you pretty much got the same things on there, but on an app. Now, all these things that it mentions here, these other things, they all sound more like what you'd expect from an actual drone itself. But I've got a feeling that this is far from an actual drone. This to me feels more like, you know, those little toy helicopters you get that you can fly around your living room and they bounce off walls and stuff. This feels more on par with that, just with a camera attached to it, than what I'd call a drone. A drone to me is, you should be able to take off and it'll just stay in one place, and wherever you move it to, it'll stay there. And this didn't do that when I flew it. It was anything but stable. But we shall try and get some outside footage of it when it's not raining. And we'll obviously, when the battery's charged, I'll show you the app. But yeah, a bit more from this actual part here. So yeah, it's just, there's not much to it. It's fairly plasticky. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it, to be honest. I can't even remember whether they're lights, and if they are, I can't remember why they are. Yeah, it's QC01, so it's definitely legit to fly. But yeah, let's go and see if the battery's charged up, and we'll power it up, and we can see the lights light up and see what else appears on the app. So here's the battery. It's very small. Like, half of this is plastic. The actual battery itself is, I'm sure, is only like that big. And this has been charging for a bit, and it was still on red. So it's 3.7 volts apparently. Some numbers there, they might mean something to someone. You cannot unclip it, but I'm not going to. We're going to get the scales and I'll see how much it weighs. See, we're getting all professional now. So I've got some scales. So let's pop the battery in and see how much the drone weighs. So the maximum weight can be 250 grams for what's classed as a hobby drone. I don't think that's the right term. So let's see how many grams this is. 93. This is 93 grams, which is terrible. It just shows you how little actual things are in there, to be honest. So 93 grams. Awful. Wonder how much of that's battery. Let's have a look. Come on out, battery. 18. I bet a majority of the weight of this thing is plastic. Alright, turn off now. Thank you. So, where should we put you? Right, let's see if we can get the app. Now, it did tell you a way of turning it, like one, you have to turn one on first. Right, so you turn it on this bit first. So, little lights come on. And now it's connected up. Right, so can we connect this bit up? How did we do it? Right, let's stop filming until I sort out how to do that. Oh, here we go. It's appeared now. Right. So we've now got connection to the drone apparently. So let's start this thing again. Okay. So we've now got connection to the drone. So if I open this app up, there we go. So now on here we can see what this drone's looking at, which is quite honestly truly amazing, isn't it? Hang on. That's better, isn't it? As you can see, look, ooh, there's a camera there. Ooh. So, yeah, as you can see, this is the drone looking at the camera. Ooh, but it's still working. That, I don't know whether you agree, does not look like a HD picture, does it? Can we zoom in on? I mean, look at that. That's it's quite terrible. I mean, I know there's not much light, but some toy cars. But that picture, I mean, the refresh rate on it's a bit terrible, isn't it? So yeah, the picture quality is quite bad. And I'll download it. Oh, hang on, I can't. So I did. Now I need to remember how we recorded it. That might be it. It might be recording now. Maybe. Then the lights are kind of crazy. I can't think of any valuable use for this other than pretending you're in a helicopter. Who's the light? So yeah, as you see, it's fairly average. It's like the picture quality is like what you would have got in a mobile phone about 15 years ago, maybe a bit longer. So there you go. We'll see what else happens. I still don't know whether that's actually saved that. Oh my god, there's a zoom. I didn't even know that. Right, let's have a look at this then. So what have we got? We've got, there we go. We'll look at that. We've got one times. Oh, look at that. Pixels. Well, that's just weird. Put it in VR and it does a split thing, but I've no idea why. And now it's not liking it. Oh dear. I didn't even know these were in here. Well, that's very strange. Try again. Ah, see, now it's disconnected. So again, oh, has it gone off? I don't know. Maybe it had. Yeah, again, bit of a random one. Well, let's see if we can actually get it airborne. So we managed to get out and fly the drone magically, and that footage will follow. Prepare to be amazed, astounded, and quite frankly underwhelmed by the performance. So, without further ado, may I present to you footage. So we have a conclusion, and for that I will use my conclusion hat. So even though the box is quite a nice looking, it's quite a nice looking box, and even though the drone itself comes in a nice little presentation case with spaces for bits and pieces, we can confirm that the drone itself is terrible, and it's certainly not worth £20 that I paid for it from Temu, and I'm pretty sure it's the same one that they were doing a special offer for £4.33. Yeah, that's another thing to watch out for on Temu. Yes, the specs aren't what it says it is. In fact, it says something. Also, you might have noticed I've changed microphones because them other ones are terrible. I'll show you them in a sec. I'm sure it had there was something somewhere that told me what the specs were supposed to be. Let me see if I can find it again, because it's definitely not what it says it. It's definitely not what it says it is. Not by a long chalk. It must have been on one of these bits. Don't mention it on there. Charging time 5 minutes. Well, it took it longer than 5 minutes to charge up for me earlier. No, it doesn't say anything else other than where it was made. Oh, and under date it says current NA, so it's dateless. Well, there we go. That is a Temu. Can you see me up there? That's a Temu drone. moving on. See if this works better. Come here. There you go, that might be better. These little microphones. Now, I'd seen, I can't remember who it was now, it might have been Captain Mustard, using something very similar, and his sound were good. And I'd had, I don't know how to put them now, other plasticky ones that me and Rob used for the Norman and Ernie stuff, and he started doing a weird thing where one of them will be super echoey. So I needed to get some more. So I thought I'll try them that I've seen Mustard using, which are these looking things, and they've got little wind. Well, the really pop sponges then, and there's another little filter inside as well. So I thought that they must be all right. So I bought these ones, and they're terrible. The gain on them is so high, as you'll have probably heard on the video. I wasn't speaking loud, and there was parts where it was distorting, and it's also really, there's not much treble to them. It's really sort of high bass band and quite boomy, like it's in a box. Plus the other ones, so these sorts of ones, they come in a little case, and you can charge the case up. Oh, it's on, isn't it? And then basically you see the little green light. When you put it in the case and close it, it charges up the microphone for you. So you kind of charge them up by just sticking them back in the case. You just have to remember to charge the case up, which isn't a problem, because if it needs charging, like this one, it'd be green, it'd be red. That light would be red, I think. But with these, you have to plug the cable into the actual microphone itself. So again, that's a terrible idea. I mean, this part's got a USB-C socket, so you could kind of charge your phone while you were using it, which it's not really an advantage to me, I don't think. But yeah, these microphones, they sound awful, and I don't know why. I might try taking one at filters out, although then it'll be super loud. So that's the other part. I mean, I've not tried them outside yet, so we'll try them outside and see what they're like outside. I suspect they'll be even worse, or there'll be a revelation and I'll never go back. But we'll see. It might be time to spend some money on proper miking up. Maybe. So thank you for watching. I'll put my glasses back on now. Thank you for watching this drone video. At some point I will destroy the drone in an amusing way, and I'll post that as a video, but not today, because it's raining, and I want to go somewhere and do something spectacular to it. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and what's that other one? Share with your friends. Tell a work colleague about it. Say, oh, I watched a lovely video on a channel called Smashing Pistons yesterday. It was all about a terrible piece of Chinese equipment, which is obviously made down to a price, and that price is probably like 50p. So there we go. Have fun. Take care. See you later. Bye.